Hello, I'm Linda Modlinski with the Minnesota Association of Realtors, and the topic of my discussion today is the payment of co-op commissions offered on listings that are placed on a multiple listing service. Let's start by going over a few of the basics. When a listing is placed on a multiple listing service, the broker is making a blanket offer of cooperation to a selling broker, and along with that, the broker is offering compensation to the co-op broker who brings in a sale and the transaction closes. Each listing is required to include the amount of compensation that is going to be paid, and this can be shown as either a flat dollar amount or a percentage of the gross sales commission. NAR has recently given the local MLSs the option to pay a commission off of the net sales price. However, in Minnesota, we do not know of any MLSs that have made this change. So let's make sure everyone is crystal clear that the amount of compensation being offered in MLS is calculated on the gross sales price. After the listing has been placed in MLS, the listing broker may change the amount of compensation that is being offered. But if that is done, it is the duty and obligation of that listing company to make notification of such a change. It's very important that this be done timely, and it can be done by changing the amount in MLS by a notification to the MLS, or the listing company can notify the other realtor who's bringing in the offer to purchase and notifying him before the offer is presented. It's very important that it's done in one of those two ways. If the notification hasn't been served, then please note that the listing broker will be obligated to pay the commission that is stipulated in the MLS at the time that the offer was presented. Agents do ask if the amount of compensation can be changed during the actual negotiation of a purchase agreement, and the answer to that is if both the listing company and the co-op company agree to such a modification, then yes, the amount of compensation can be changed. If this does occur, the agreement to lower the commission should be reduced to writing and signed by both brokerages. It's very important that the agents know what their company policy is on reducing the commissions during negotiations, because in order to do so, agents need their broker's authority and approval to change that and modify such a commission. A listing broker cannot simply decide to change the compensation after negotiations on the purchase agreement have begun, or to base a commission payment off of the net sales price, even if the listing company is going to say that they have been instructed to do so by the seller. Please remember, sellers are advised at the time that they sign the listing contract what the amount of the co-op compensation is going to be. But the seller is not a party to the compensation agreement between the listing company and the selling brokerage. If any disagreements do arise over the entitlement to a commission, parties are encouraged to try to resolve the issues between themselves. If the two companies cannot agree, then the dispute will be handled through the Minnesota Association's Professional Standards Committee. MLS rules also reference dispute settlement via arbitration and Article 17 of the Code of Ethics. The rules also outline a realtor's obligation to arbitration rather than litigation. We hope this information on the payout of co-op commissions through an MLS has been helpful, and that it has reduced and clarified any misconceptions that are out in the marketplace today. Here's wishing you a good day and a great week in real estate.